Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kansas Speedway tonight. 200 miles around this mile-and-a-half track. Have a lot of talent in the field. Pretty packed field tonight. But as far as the booth goes, just me, Thomas Wolf, and Bill the Massel in the booth tonight on the call. Bill, how are you doing tonight?
We're doing pretty good, and there's talent on the track, no talent in the booth tonight. Uh, you said it. It's going to be a very fast race tonight. These guys don't have to worry about stage cautions, so it's just a flat out run. Eliminating those stage cautions makes everybody rethink strategy.
Yep.
That's what makes this league different than all the other different leagues. So tonight, you're going to look at green flag pit stops, a lot of green flag runs, a lot of speed, and it's going to go by quick, so pay attention.
Yep. We're just catching the tail end of qualifying here. Taking a look at the leaderboard currently, Dallas Pataska actually just ran the fastest lap. Current pole sitter running a 29.35. Next fastest car, Holden McGill, driver of the 21 car, 29.45. So real tight up top. Have another time coming across there. Austin Brooks on the 333 car on live timing 9 on the track. I believe he's the only car that didn't get the number message, but he is our new pole sitter tonight. 29.32, just 3 thousandths faster than Mr. Pataska, so even tighter.
3,000.
Yeah.
3,000. You can't even blink that fast.
100.
300s, rather.
Hundreds. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I missed that day in school. Sorry. Yeah, with the decimals and yeah. But we
It's
should
all right.
have
It's Wednesday.
should have our grid here in just a second, about 20 seconds away from wrapping up qualifying. So believe most everybody is about done. Just have a couple guys left finishing out. But yeah, I mean this track provides great racing. You know, there's different lines that come and go depending on where you are in the run, what you're trying to get out of your car. You can be aggressive, run the high line, and have the great exit speed, or you can really kind of try to save your tires, do a big arc there, and really preserve your stuff for later in the run. But definitely hoping for a lot of great green flag racing and long green flag runs. As we mentioned, there are stages, but no stage caution. So really high potential for a long green flag run here at Kansas. And I think the guys are getting gridded up. So we'll go ahead and take a look. All right, let me find the grid camera. There it is.
Wow. I'm looking through the field. I'm a little bit surprised. Dallas Pataska, you talked about Austin Brooks. Of course, he's on the pole with a 29.324. Pretty impressive run there. Dallas Pataska, the 17, he's going to be starting on the outside. But look who's starting back in 7th place. The guy he's battling in the points, Boyd Hogan.
Yep,
So
Boyd
Hogan's going to have to do a little bit of catch-up there.
Yep, absolutely. We'll just run through the lineup here. Austin Brooks on the pole tonight, starting P1 with a 29.324. As we mentioned, Pataska will be starting P2, 17 car. Holden McGill will be starting that 3rd spot. Daryl Hahn in the 4th position. Colby Cooper in the 5th spot. Michael Bruno in 6th. Boyd Hogan 7th. Charles Grant Jr. 8th. Gordon Larson Jr. 9th. Nathaniel Landwehr 10th. Casey Tucker 11th. Casey Clark Jr. 12th. Johnny Avila 13th. Daniel Smallwood will be starting in the 14th spot. Brandon Muir or Mayer, probably Mayer 15th. Tyler Seville 16th. Adam Gilead 17th. Tyler Gary 18th. Tyler Justice 19th. Cody Porter 20th. Tanner Love 21st. Joe Stafford 22nd. Jeff Chandler 23rd. Rodney Roberts 24th. Curtis Sawyer 25th, Caleb Begg 26th, Stephen Wood 27th, TJ Bartell 28th, Michael Deitch 29th, Eric Blunt will be starting in the caboose spot 30th. And I think the guys are already rolling off, heading down the backstretch here. Just
Impressive.
one pre-lap. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
What an impressive field. It was only a few weeks ago we had 10 cars less. All of a sudden, this league has just exploded. One of the premier leagues coming through the divisions right now. So a lot of talent here, a lot of coke drivers, a lot of guys working their way up, some pro drivers, some not. So right now, look at that track temp tonight, 98 degrees. We're going to have to keep an eye on that to see if it cools off at all here in this Kansas heat. But we're getting ready to go green. Thomas, pace cars coming in. Take us to the green.
Yep, pace car is off, waiting for that green flag to fly here at Kansas Speedway. And we're green, and we have a spin up front on the bottom. We have the leader went around there as soon as the green flag dropped, and we're already under caution here at Kansas. Disastrous start for Austin Brooks in the 9 car. You saw him just get loose there. And collected a whole bunch of people just commenting on the skill level in this lobby here, but you know, no one is completely unsusceptible to spinning the tires on the start.
Now, it looked like he did spin the tires, but let's just take a second look to see if he didn't have any help from behind.
Sure, yeah, let's go back and take a look here. And I'm getting a tiny bit of feedback from like echo, Bill, from your side.
Okay.
Go back and take a look.
How about
starting
that?
on the inside 9 car, Austin Brooks. I don't know. It just looks like he touches the apron. And that thing just went around on him there.
Oh, wow. Just such a tough break, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, break loose on him. Oof. So easy to do in these cars.
Heavy damage to
these
the 99
tires
there.
on these cars. The tires on these cars just take forever to warm up, it seems. And if you don't know what a tire is, just remember I'm from New England. A tire is that round black thing that goes on all 4 corners.
But yeah, we saw a hard impact to the 99 Nathaniel Landwehr. How do you read that, Bill? Landwehr? W-E-H-R. I'll message him after.
Trying to find it. I'm trying to find it on the board to sound it out.
Oh, let me see. We have so many people in here you can't see it on the board. Oh, it should be there. 26 now. 27. Landwehr, yep.
I'm gonna say Landwehr. That's gonna be my guess.
All right. Well, we are
He's
rolling.
From the Landwehr, just keeps it coming. But if you noticed, talk about the announcer's curse. Dallas Pataska was involved in that, and he's back from the outside starting position. He is now back in 28th position.
Yeah, he's still on pit lane, just rolling
position.
off now.
Wow.
So pretty dramatic start to the night here. You know, I see that. We had our tires spun. Collected a lot of cars there, but I'm still confident these guys can keep it green for a while here. Definitely not the start I imagine going into tonight, but that does shake up our top 5 quite a bit. Holden McGill would now be car number 1, and technically this is a restart, not the start of the race. So he will determine when the green flag comes out after entering that restart zone. So hopefully we should have a cleaner start here. Colby Cooper, driver 71 car, will be starting on his outside there. And then just behind him, the guy we mentioned starting the 7 spot, now up to the 3rd position, Boyd Hogan, has snuck his way up to be right behind the leaders here on this 4th lap restart.
Last night I referenced the 92 Indianapolis 500. How about the 1996, I believe it was USA 500? That was right after the big split between IndyCar and the IRL. Might have been 97, I believe. They all crashed out on the before the green flag even flew. Pace cars come down pit road. Let's try this one more time.
Yep, green flag in the air. Good jump on the inside by Holden McGill. Gets a good lead in front of the past two cars behind them. See Boyd Hogan start to pull up the side. The 71 there, and he actually clears him going into turn one, so he's going to slide up into second position. And the Colby Cooper now having to deal with the A car just below him here, Daryl Hahn.
These guys driving side by side.
Boyd Hogan
Two by
actually
two by
shooting
two.
to the
What's
front
going on?
now, getting around Holden McGill there on the entrance of 3. So Boyd Hogan from 3rd to 1st position in just one lap.
Notice a couple of cars there going down below that white line and trying to take off as much distance as possible between the cars in front of them. Right there, you see multiple lines, 3 lines coming off the corner to go down the back straightaway, 2 by 2 by 2 here to go through the field, grills to gas holes as they enter turns 3 and 4 and almost 200 miles per hour.
Yep, top 5, top 7 about single filed out, but we do have a lot of side-by-side racing further back in the field. A lot of guys cutting the tri-oval there, trying to improve their position through the middle of the front stretch. Got a car loose. I believe that's Daniel Smallwood, driver of the 32 there, almost getting up to the outside wall, but getting that thing collected down the back stretch. 3 wide now, heading to turn 3 and 4. 36 stalling out a little bit in the middle, but we got a couple cars running up top. A lot of speed to be found up top there. But definitely can get the car loose if you get onto that loud pedal a little too quickly.
One car bouncing off the wall as they come through that area there. The speeds of these cars, they're acting like it's, the end of the race, but they're going to start settling down a little bit. You see the top, 10 or so cars kind of getting front to back as they're starting to sail away from everybody else. Still different lines going through the corners right now as you see the top 4. Daryl Hahn, currently in 3rd position from Short Gap of West Virginia.
Yep, Short Gap, West Virginia.
Believe it or not, I've actually been there, and
really?
from what I remember, it was a small little town. I did get lost, I will say that, and that's how I found it. But I have been there, believe it or not. That 8 car looking pretty good at the beginning of this race right now, settling in comfortably behind the second place driver there of McGill. Few cars in the back here going down low again. You see him trying to cut off that distance a little bit closer and harder.
Yep, still heavy racing back here by Daniel Smallwood. See the 63 car, Johnny Avila. He's up 2 spots from the start of the race. Guy just ahead of him, Cody Porter, driver of the 04 car, up 10 spots. And then just in front of him, Rodney Roberts, 25 car there, up 15 spots since the green flag dropped.
Larson is looking out his back window trying to figure out what is going on. It's like a beehive behind him. Everybody's switching positions, switching lanes. Everybody's running smooth right now. They're kind of settling in, but Hogan is starting to pull away just a little bit, almost a half second on McGill. McGill's trying everything he can not to let him get away, but it's starting to just the inevitable is starting to happen. Hogan, that 96 car, just starting to creep forward just a little bit. Everybody behind him is front to back. A couple of guys are looking out. I'm not sure if they're worried about cool air in the front of those things, or do you think it's maybe just getting fresh air in the aero? If you look at them right there, I think it's going to be more of an aerodynamic thing right now. These cars are difficult when they're behind other cars, especially at a D-shaped oval like this. Cutting it down all the way to the grass as we come through.
Yeah, look there. Daryl Hahn making a move there down the inside underneath Holden McGill to claim that second position. Now just Boyd Hogan in front of Daryl Hahn here. Lap 13 of 40 in our first stage. Coming to the line will be taking lap 14. So almost about halfway into this first stage here. After that first initial caution on the start of the race, things have been pretty green. But definitely no lack of racing here.
If you're looking through the field, nobody is slowing down at all. They're running 3 wide right now towards the middle of the field. As you see right there, the 63 car on the inside of the 4, he's gonna run way down low. That 4 car is going way up high.
Yep, Rodney Roberts from Calera, Alabama.
Rodney Roberts, haven't seen him in a while. I don't know if that's him in that picture, though. I think that might be a little bit of AI happening there. Who knows?
See him making this middle lane work, trying to reel that 0-0 on the exit of 2, getting a great launch down the backstretch here. And he's going to clear Gordon Larson Jr. heading into turn 3.
Looking through further in the back of the field, he had a couple of cars battling out pretty bad for that 10th spot. Look at them going at it right there. A little bit of a hornet's nest. "16 laps into this thing. Tires are just starting to give away just a little bit now. These guys are starting to figure out what kind of car they have. But one problem that they have is the car that you adjust to when you're in traffic is not the car you're going to have when you're in fresh air. We saw a couple of guys complaining about that earlier in the week. The adjustments they make kind of hurt them inside that clean air. So it's a big difference when you're following another car in the distance. We've talked about in the past how there's kind of that bubble that you have to break through in order to get close and make the pass. And when you adjust for it, man, sometimes you just go a little bit too far. 3 guys right there battling at it. The 77 car going way up high right now, rim riding it.
Yep, that's Tyler Justice up there.
Tyler back in the field.
Yeah, Tyler Justice is up 8 spots from the start of this race. Now working on his 9th here. So great start tonight for the 77. See Cody Porter sliding back just a bit. Definitely was pretty aggressive early in this stage. Hopefully he can keep that thing under him as we now head to lap 20 or 19 of 40 here for the first stage. Trying to identify the closest battles. There's battles all over the field here, but we do see a tight one here for the 4th spot. Holden McGill trying to work his way underneath Charles Grant Jr., who's running that top side up here through 3 and 4.
And he's making it work too. He's carrying that momentum off and then diving down towards the infield in order to shave off the distance, getting a 1/10 of a second, maybe, possibly. You know, I understand why guys do it. My problem is when I try that, when you come back from that transition from being on the inside apron and you go to set up turns 1 and 2, a lot of times I'm getting loose on entry, and that's when all my problems happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And just wanted to try to identify, we have tight battle here for P15. See Dallas Mataska, who was a victim of that early caution there. We're trying to work his way back up. Net has lost 13 spots, so obviously he went to the back after that first caution, so he's clawing his way back up, getting around Smallwood there, currently sitting P15.
I know I've called races in another league where Dallas Pataska was in, and when he went to the back of the pack, it was really no problem for him to come through the field and come right forward. Not in this league. This is 5-star racing. These guys all are very experienced, and now you're seeing more of a level playing field where you have a guy like Dallas Pataska who's kind of struggling a little bit to get through this field. So,
yeah,
working hard. You know, the playoffs, it's happened. Now, do we lose another driver tonight at the end of this race?
Yes, I believe so. All the drivers highlighted white there on the leaderboard are playoff drivers. So yeah, I believe lowest points driver gets eliminated.
I actually kind of like that too. That's kind of a neat little feature to this league that you don't see in any others. Right now, 17 laps to go to the end of the stage. Again, there will be no caution. They will keep racing just like real men do. They'll take the points, take the passage. That's about it. A couple of guys having problems with their trading paints a little bit. There they go. I don't know if that was on your end or just my end, but either way, they're working. Hahn and the A car still trying to chase down Hogan. Hogan has it out almost to a second lead now on that number 8 car. Behind him, the 71 of Cooper. He's about just over a second behind the leader. And then you have Grant chasing everybody down in that 52 car. And fill out your top 5, McGill in the 21. He's less than 2 seconds behind our leader. So tight field, tight racing. Nobody's walking away with it, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And while we have things a little bit spread out there at the front, let's go towards the mid pack and back. So I'd say 20th position back have Joe Stafford currently in a tight battle here with Nathaniel Landwehr. Nathaniel was pretty far up here earlier in the stage. So he's going to be trying to get his way back up. We saw him have that hard impact on the front of that 99 car after the leader spun on the start of the race. So uphill battle for the 99. Just behind him, the pole sitter Austin Brooks in the 9 car, still sitting 22nd here. So might have some damage there, but he still needs to get repaired. Though the car's looking pretty clean. Could just be him. No, I mean, if the front end still caved in a bit, so he's definitely hoping for a caution to get some more of that damage repaired, because I mean, this track's very air dependent. Moving back up to the front. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
It's definitely going to affect him when he's all by himself. That's for sure. It's going to be a lot slower when he gets behind another car. I think that's definitely going to help him, and he'll be able to survive. But he definitely needs to get that repaired. And he has to worry more about coming back from this race mentally. Never mind the damage to his car. Something like that happens, it does get in your head. So the way he bounces back from that is going to tell us exactly what kind of driver he is tonight. I think he's going to end up bouncing back, and keep an eye out for him for the rest of the race. Looking forward to the 52 of Charles Grant Jr. right now, currently in 5th spot. Chasing down the car in front of him. You see him dive down all the way to the inside apron on that little tri-oval, or that D. I don't know what you call it at the start-finish line. This track reminds me a lot of the old Las Vegas track, the original Las Vegas.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, see, you saw Charles Grant Jr. get a little bit loose there on the underneath. Holden McGill, so he did slide in behind him there, going down the backstretch last lap. But overall, good start to the race for him. 3 spots gained currently, but has his hands full with a couple of fast drivers behind Tyler Gary and Adam Gilead.
With 69 car going around the outside.
Yep, Tyler electing to run the wall there. Gonna have a great momentum on the exit of Ford. He does completely clears Tyler, and now Tyler has to worry about the 33 car Adam Gilead, who's underneath him going through the tri-oval.
Now you have almost 3 wide right there. The 63 car reminded me of the old Dale Earnhardt Sr. car. Always a classic, never gets old. Although it is on a Toyota, which is kind of different. So, you know, I still looks cool. Still looks cool. But he's side by side right now on the inside. And, you know, this track is not as bad as, say, like Charlotte or Atlanta. When you're side by side with somebody at Charlotte coming out of turn 4, coming through that D oval, man, it gets turns into a real dicey deal. You never know what's going to happen. You kind of just hold your breath. Here you have a little more room, and I think they're able to just slide the cars a little bit more without getting into each other. One car way up high, almost getting the Darlington stripe there.
Yeah, we were just talking about Dallas Pataska earlier. Now up to P12, trying to work on Cody Porter here. Looking underneath the 04 car through turns 1 and 2. He's going to be even with him coming down the backstretch. See, Porter does have a little momentum on him going down the backstretch, but let's see if Patasta can clear him on the exit of 4th. He's going to slide up in front of Porter there and complete the pass. So Patasta up to P11 now after the unfortunate start for him. A lot of time for him to get this thing back under control. 7 laps to go in this first stage. Again, we're not taking a caution. We'll just continue under green flag, but points are given at the end of the stage.
You see Pataska getting around Porter. Porter's been very fast on a few different tracks this year. Kind of don't know if he's saving or what. I expected a little bit more out of him for speed tonight. I thought this was the track, kind of the track that he enjoys. So keep an eye on that car with Porter, the 04. See where he ends up in about 25, 30 laps. Maybe once the track kind of cools off, you're going to see him come alive a little bit. Up towards the front a little bit right there. The 63 car, looking like the old Dale Earnhardt of Avila. We were talking about him.
Yeah, I was just going to say
He's
last lap heading to turn 1, you saw Avila get up top, and then Charles Grant Jr. wanted to follow him. He definitely got tight, almost tagging the wall there, so dirty air being thrown everywhere by cars. Bottom, high, just trying to find some clean air to get that downforce on that nose. But Charles Grant actually doing a pretty good job here running the bottom against Avilia. Look there, Dallas Patasta actually up to the bumper of these two now. Apologies for the lag there. I don't know. iRacing since this update has been pretty non-optimized, so I am getting some frame drops, but I'll see if I can get that fixed for next week. But Dallas Patasta getting around the 52 of Charles Grant Jr. So up, breaking into the top 10 now. Dallas Patasta in the 9th spot. Definitely doing a great job trying to drive his way back up to the front of this thing. So we got 3 laps left now in this first stage. Things definitely are heating up for the battle for 7th. But up front, things are a little bit more spread out.
Oh, man. Car sliding a little bit more. The whiskey guy kind of like that car, the way it sounds. Only drink whiskey with friends and never drink whiskey with women. I'm telling you guys that right now. You get a little bit too honest. You say things you don't mean.
Oh, we have a car around. See the 82 there. I believe that's Michael T. Bruno. And everyone doing their best to try to get out of the way. Guys going onto the apron. But he's come to a stop there through 1 and 2. Don't know if anyone made contact with him after he spun around, but that brings out our first caution basically right at the end of the stage. So a quasi stage end caution coming out.
How do you know you're in an experienced league? Somebody spun like that and they actually held their brakes.
Back it up just a bit to see exactly what happened here. See Bruno behind Dallas Patasta here on the entrance of turn 1, trying to run that high seam there. And there is a severe bump there on the entrance of turn 1. I think he just hit that. Rear end just went around on him. But everyone... Oh, we had a small tap there on the rear end. I don't know who that was that came around and ended up making contact with him. But let's see if we can find... I believe it's the 28 Casey Tucker doing his best to try to get down underneath, and don't think he made any contact other than just grazing the rear bumper there, so he should be okay. Definitely close call there for Casey. All right, looks like we're having basically everybody come down pit lane now. Good chance to get fresh fuel, fresh tires and fuel. I
don't know what you're smoking, but pass it this way. Up fast. Come on, Thomas.
You know what? Hell yeah, fresh fuel. Hell yeah. That's what they're getting.
Oh man.
But we'll have a race off pit
Uh,
lane here. Boyd Hogan, our leader, will be leading the field off. Daryl Hahn, who was second position when that caution came out, will be holding on to his second spot there.
is it a NASA sponsored car right there? Is that what I saw on the bottom of that paint scheme?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
sure
looks like
is.
on the hood. Yeah.
Nice looking race car.
Yep, that is the 71 Colby Cooper. Currently third spot, up 2 spots from the start of this race. So he was towards the front when we had that dramatic start of the race, but able to keep that car clean and in a very good position here as we begin stage 2.
Now, I was racing in a sprint car race the other day on the dirt at Eldora, and I was racing against somebody by that name, and I'm wondering if it was the same person, Mr. Cooper. If you're listening, Mr. Cooper, let me know. You run the sprint cars? Been actually trying to master the old sprint car because I've been brought up to understand that if you can master dirt, then you get a lot better at everything else. And
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
it isn't easy, that's for sure.
How about we do let the cars do the talking and do a quick crank it up here on the start of this second stage here.
Sounds good to me.
WC track temp has come up just a bit now, sitting about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but pace car is off, taking that hard left turn down pit lane and waiting on Boyd Hogan to get us started here again at Kansas Speedway. Green flag in the air, and we'll go to our first crank it up here for a brief moment. Coming out of the crank it up, letting my ears get readjusted here. But great racing up front and through the middle of the front pack here. Dallas Mataska doing his best to try to work his way back up. Now P5. In front of him, Colby Cooper in the P4. Daryl Hahn, P3. And Tyler Gary now sitting P2, up 16 spots from the start of this race.
One thing that just impresses me is we have 30-something cars on the track right now, and we've gone this long without hardly any yellow flags. Just
Yeah.
goes to show you the quality of racing that you get when you get a bunch of guys who actually know what they're doing, and that's what makes this field so spectacular to watch here at Five Star Cup Series. It's just going to get better and better as the season goes on. The fields are just growing. Each race we have, Thomas, this is what, the seventh race, I think, or sixth race that we've done together. I don't even think we've done that many races here. And the field just keeps growing each race.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely love seeing the numbers go up. I don't know if my graphics card likes seeing the numbers go up, but we'll see if we can do something about that. But have things heating up top. You see Tyler Gary trying to work his way up the high side on our leader, Boyd Hogan. Well, you can't see anything right now because I went to the wrong camera. So let me get a better camera here. But just about 1/10 behind our leader, Tyler Gary. Started P18. Now just 2/10 behind Boyd Hogan, who's enjoyed the lead since taking it early in that stage one green flag run.
I think Garley's just sitting there very content running second spot behind Hogan, hoping to create some distance between him and Han behind him. And Pataska is now up to fourth position after getting around Cooper. So these guys are starting to see each other move up. The cream is starting to rise to the top. Stage one is over. We've had a pit stop. They've made an adjustment. Their cars are going to be probably a little bit faster, a little bit better, more handling to their liking. It's still early in the race. You still have to race the track as
we have
well as the
cars coming together. Cody Porter getting into Tyler Justice there. Cody Porter around on the front stretch.
Everybody, please pay attention.
I think it was just Porter who's facing the wrong direction here. I think everybody else was able to make it by okay, but just caught the three wide action coming out of the exit of 4 and saw those two come together. See a little bit of scratches there on the front right side. Porter trying to see if that car is okay. But we'll go back and take a look exactly what happened there.
I think it's one of those things where you have too many cars too close together and it just takes all the air and downforce off the car in the middle. Because his car just loops right around on him.
Yep, I spotted the three wide potential here. You see Tyler Justice up top in the 77 running that high line. Porter just allowed the car to float up, maybe got a little bit tight underneath the 77, tagging the left rear. But yeah, everyone doing a great job of not making it into a worse incident there, having a giant parking lot on the front stretch.
It looks like once those two cars got in front of him on either side, it seemed to just take the air right off the nose of his car and it just drifted right up the track, almost 2 lanes within a few hundred feet on the track. But it's still early, so
yep,
we have plenty of time.
Yep,
That's one thing about not having caution laps that kind of hurts these drivers, and that is, a situation like that, you can kind of use those caution laps under the stages to kind of help you out. Not in this league, but everybody's coming down this time.
Yeah, so I see Smallwood on pit lane. Don't believe he's actually racing anymore. I don't know what happened to the 32, but him and Rodney Roberts are out of the race. So I don't know if I missed something with that, but so we do have actually 3 cars who have retired from the green flag drop.
Look at that. Kind of looks like a leak in your basement. Not much you can do about it. You just see all of that rushing towards you. And they were 3, 4, 5 wide coming out of the pits right there.
So I did find Rodney Roberts. Looks like during the green flag run we had a single car spin and going into the grass, and I think he probably got a black flag for entering pit lane, unsafe entrance, and that just pissed him off enough to where he said, "I'm done." So
Not Rodney. That wouldn't happen to him.
that explains Rodney Roberts' exit there. We saw him running pretty well there, stage one. So
Maybe he's practicing for one of his Pro Series races for next week. Who knows?
yeah, and I don't see anything for Smallwood, so that will just remain a mystery for now. The pace car lights are off. We'll be going green this time by Bill. I'm still getting a little bit of an echo from your side, but it's not bad. It's just it's like it's very muffled. Like I can hear myself muffled coming through.
Yeah, all right. Is that any better?
Test, test, test. Yep. It's almost better. No, I can still hear myself.
Maybe we'll try that.
Hello? Yeah, that's better. Much better, thank God. Okay. All right, pace car's off. Waiting on Boyd Hogan to get us restarted here. Green flag back in the air. Dallas Pataska will be starting P2 just above Boyd Hogan. After going to the back, Pataska now back up front. We saw these two battling last week at New Hampshire, so I'm sure we'll have more in store for you guys here as we continue underway stage 2.
Now Pataska worked his way from the back of the pack all the way through and is now where he was supposed to have started the race, outside row number 1. Now he's sliding back behind Boyd Hogan, who definitely has the faster car right now. Definitely maybe has the better setup, although I believe those guys may even share the same setup coming out of that Reaper garage. Behind them is Gary. Gary has shown a lot of speed tonight in that 69 car, and so hasn't Han in that 8 car. Behind him, 77 of Justice. Good to see him having a good run. He's fighting his way up into the top 5 right now. A guy that we haven't talked much of is Grant, and look who is in 7th, Michael Deitch.
Yep, Michael Deitch actually, I think he stayed out that last caution, so that improved his track position a bit. But Tyler Gary working around the outside of Dallas Pataska there, claiming the 2nd position. We saw Gary try to drive up to the rear of Hogan before that caution came out. So after getting passed on pit lane, he's back on the hunt here. Man, I can't help but notice all the 3 wide action. 3x3 behind for about 10th position. 4 wide down the front stretch. These guys are gonna have to get sorted out before we enter turn 1. Everyone's rolling okay, but huge stack up of cars here, middle of the pack, and that's great racing for to stay green here.
That is pretty fun to watch. They were 4-5 wide at one point. You see them 3 wide right there, going to the center of the corner. One car bouncing off the wall just a little bit. This track isn't as sensitive coming off the corner as it was last week in New Hampshire. If you didn't have the proper line coming off and you hit the gas too early, your car's going to go right around you. Not here. It's a little more forgiving. Right there, we just got a glimpse of the 31 car with Chandler behind the wheel of it. Still think that's one of the best looking race cars on the track right there. That black and silver scheme. Love that car.
Yep, want to check on the leaders here. Things are tightening up again in just a bit. See Dallas Pataska riding behind 69 of Tyler Gary, who's about 2/10 off our leader. Great run down the backstretch for Gary here. And he's going to continue to ride that wall to try to gain a lot of momentum and close the gap on Boyd Hogan.
These guys come through that little tri-oval. So this track has characteristics in so many different tracks. We talked about earlier how it was kind of like the old Las Vegas. And then you see the guys come through that little dog leg just like they come shaving off at the new Phoenix track. So a lot of different things that you can do with this track to try to get the edge. If you see this debacle behind him here, look at everybody 3 wide right there. You have 5 cars within a second of each other. You see a little twitch right there and some of that
Oof.
aero tight maybe we see,
Yeah,
or aero
absolutely.
loose, depending on where you are. Depending on where you are in that pack right now, you're either gonna be aero tight or aero loose.
Well, we see Cody Porter get a little bit loose there on the exit of 3, but able to get it corralled and back driving straight. But yeah, a lot of air disturbance going on there, middle of the pack, all the cars, low and high, dirty air everywhere to be found. But continues to be extremely hard racing. Here about like 10th through 17th really is where we're seeing a lot of this heavy action. Checking up back up front here, trying to manage trying to give you guys the most action possible. So we do have some tightening up top, though. Looks like these guys, Tyler Gary getting loose, and Dallas Pataska nowhere to go. He's also around down the front stretch.
Man, Pataska, wow. I don't know if he broke a mirror at home or what happened, but, man, that car in front of him just broke loose. He had nowhere to go, tried to go down the track to get around him. The car came down in front of him. Oh, man, and then he ends up spinning. Watch this.
Sorry, let me
Oh, already
let me try it again here. I'm trying to find Dallas's name. There he is. All right. I'm gonna back it up here. So on the exit of 4, Pataska had a great run on Tyler Gary. Tyler Gary actually just got loose. He got loose, and Pataska had nowhere to go except up into Gary there. And again, no one arc a brake. No one got into Pataska after he slid up into the outside wall. So limited damage there done to the field. But no, we just watched Pataska work his way back up through the field. Though it looks like he still scored as a second place car here. So lucky for him, he maintains his position on the track after that incident there. The only it looks like Gary actually did get sent to the back there. Now coming off pit lane here, he should be around 9th or 10th, depending on where he comes out.
Now, Pataska hit that wall fairly hard. So I
Yep.
don't know how much damage he has, but you want to talk about a guy that has zero
Yeah.
luck tonight. He's got a little bit of damage, not too bad.
Yep, you see the hood a little bit separated, front bumper a little bit separated there from the quarter panel as well. So, you know, even that little bit of damage there could just cause a little bit of a tire wear issue, especially with the long green flag runs we are expecting here as this race continues. But we'll have to see how that affects the 17 car. But definitely great news for Boyd Hogan, who seemed like the two most stout competitors behind him, Pataska and Gary, coming together and causing some damage, whether it be track position or physical damage to the race car to each other there.
It's definitely going to help him once they come out of turn 2. He's going to have that clean air in front of him, no damage on his car, and he should be able to just pull away a little bit from Pataska. Once he gets in front of Pataska, that's going to force the 77 and the 8 of Justice and Han, you know, to kind of fight with that damage of Pataska. You know, he's hard to pass even with damage. So that's going to slow them down a little bit, which is exactly what Boyd Hogan wants to see in that 96 car. If he can get 2 seconds of lead, he will be one happy Canadian. This is the 82 Fanatec car. We saw him have some trouble earlier of Bruno. He's working his way back forward.
Yep, so pace car lights are off. We'll be coming to the restart here. Tasha starting on the outside of Boyd Hogan, who's about to enter the restart zone and get us back underway. Lap 68, 134 total, 28 of 43 here in this second stage. We are green flag again here at Kansas Speedway.
There it is. Boyd Hogan gets out front, coming out of turn number 2 right there. Hoping Pataska gets challenged by the cars behind him, and here they come. See him dive down underneath Pataska right there, entering turns 3 and 4, getting side by side, and it looks like they might be 3 wide right there. And that's where you're going to see how much damage Pataska actually has. He is dropping like a rock through this field.
Yeah, and I do want to point out that we actually had about half the field go down pit lane that last caution, so we'll see a lot of difference of speed here, especially early in this restart here. We'll see if some guys can work their way up. Austin Brooks actually not one of the guys who went down pit lane, but was a pole sitter for tonight, so seeing him back in the top 5 here is not surprising. Tyler Gary, the guy who got loose there on that last caution, bumped back to 7th position. Could have been a lot worse for him. Mostly clean there on the 69 cars, so expect him to work his way back up as he did earlier.
A couple of guys in that big flock of cars there getting a little squirrely coming off that corner. Everybody manages to keep it straight as they head on through the tri-oval right here. You see multiple lines once again, just like Phoenix, setting up, going into turn number 1, 3 wide. I love seeing those guys do that rim. Whoa!
Ooh, Tyler Justice loose there on the outside, causing Gary to check up and get underneath him. But, you know, avoiding disaster there. 77 was able to get that corrected, but he is going to lose a handful of spots. Gary now up to P5. So pretty good drive here for Gary after this restart. And he's on the rear bumper of Austin Brooks, the pole sitter now.
Man, Justice just frosted his cupcake coming off that corner. That was pretty scary. I'm surprised that he was able to hold it together.
Yep.
You see these guys coming way close to that wall, 2 and 3 wide further in the pack, sorting it out as we come through the corner. You see that Reaper car way up high, coming down. The yellow car behind him touching the wall. These guys are working pretty hard to get back through the field.
I did want to mention too, Gary actually did go in for tires there on that last caution. We saw him come down pit lane, get tires, get fuel, and he is now up to P3 after restarting further back in the field. So he can get around Daryl Hahn here and just be behind Hogan. Hogan might have his hands full with the Tyler Gary on fresh shoes here. See Hahn throw a little bit of a block on the entries of 1 and 2, though maybe not on purpose. Gary able to get underneath Hahn here and get all that clean air and have a good exit and use all that extra grip he has with the fresh tires here. And he should be able to clear Hahn here through 3 and 4 and slide up into the 2nd position behind Hogan. Yep, and he does just that. Yeah, so Gary now on fresher tires behind our leader, about 7/10 that time by. We'll keep an eye on that interval as the laps go on, but 9 laps to go here now on the 2nd stage. Boyd Hogan 9 laps away from sweeping stage 1 and 2 here. Again, we're not going to take a caution break, but we will definitely be they will be scoring points to the top 10 drivers there.
Well, by the time we get to these 8 laps, if they keep driving the way we are, we might see another caution. Some of these guys hit that wall almost every single lap. It's almost like Darlington coming off some of these corners. You know, if we go on board inside the cockpit, or pretty much anyone who's driving,
almost coming together there. Sorry to cut you off, but had these guys racing hard down the backstretch. 63 almost getting into Colby Cooper there. But sorry, Bill, cut you off. Just saw that.
No problem. That's where the action was. But that brings up another point. Let's just say it was just a caution right there. 7 laps to go. Pits come open. Are you going to short pit it, or are you going to just stay out?
definitely opportunity for a lot of different strategy, considering that we can stay green for many laps without the stage caution. So it'll be
Right.
interesting to see what these guys elect to do here. And you know, like the thing is too, with as much racing as we've seen, like heavy traffic, guys just caught in three wide situations, caught in dirty air. That's just definitely going to motivate people to maybe elect a less popular strategy here. You know, like maybe they just want to get out of the traffic jam they're in and go down, get fresh tires, and maybe come out in a better spot where you have more clean air and you can put down faster laps. So yeah, we'll definitely be on the lookout for that as we approach the end of this race. 5 laps to go now here in this second stage.
Oh, and they're certainly not slowing down whatsoever. Doesn't matter what lap they're on. See, again, these guys picking each line, everybody adjusts their car to whatever line that they prefer. But I'm wondering how much aero is starting to affect these cars. You see them diving around. Is it more for the clean air or is it more for grip on the track? Kind of one hand with the other, isn't it? If you get that
Yeah.
clean air, you're gonna have a little more grip,
Oof,
you
that was
know?
tight.
So,
That was
yeah,
tight
it
there
was.
between Holden McGill and Nathaniel Landwehr. Almost clipping him on the entrance of one, but Landwehr is sliding back a little bit. It looked like Colby Cooper and now Holden McGill able to work their way around the 99 car. But yeah, to your point, really guys probably fishing for that clean air first, and if there happens to be grip there, you know, that's also great. But that dirty air can just disrupt and ruin your line through mid corner if you don't clean up that front side of your race car and get it some clean air. See on board here, we're on board there with Nathaniel Landwehr. We just mentioned him losing a couple spots there, but still sitting 7th spot, up 3 spots from the start of this race. So you know, top 10, top 7, pretty good race for Nathaniel so far.
Look at a big old smile on him.
Yep, absolutely love to see it. And you know, man, I completely missed, but Tyler Gary now in the lead. Where did that come from? I mentioned that we needed to keep an eye on the intervals because Gary was going to be on fresh tires, and it looks like that ended up happening here. I'll go back and see if I can find the pass, but you know, Gary just went in, got fresh tires, slowly reeled in our leader Boyd Hogan. Um, Obviously, Hogan's going to now have an extra set, and he's still sitting P2 behind Gary here, about 3/10 here, entering 3 and 4. So Gary with the advantage for now, but I'm sure Hogan will have more to say before we reach the end of this thing.
But you can't win the race just halfway through. So he has plenty of time. Hogan can just back off a little bit, give him the position, let him run fast, burn off those tires, and
Yep,
Hogan's eventually gonna catch up with him.
that was a pass for the lead there on the exit of 4. It looks like Gary just had a great run on the high side, using that momentum to cross down underneath the 96 of Hogan. And Hogan smartly just letting him go by for now and live to fight another day. Backing up just a bit. Positions 1 through 5 pretty strung out here. Really just running their race at this point, but further back, still intense battles to be found.
We're not even halfway through this race yet. So we have plenty of time for these guys to make adjustments to their cars too to keep themselves going on the long runs. You have to definitely be good at long runs if you're going to be in this league. There
Yep.
just aren't as many cautions as you see in other places. I say that now, but wait till we get to the Rovo or Martinsville, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see exactly how clean these guys can keep it. But we're actually, so looking at the lap counter, we're a little bit past halfway, 86 to 134. So still a lot of time left, but as far as the grand scheme of things goes, we are over halfway with 4 laps now left in this. Actually, no, sorry, we're 4 laps into this final stage, fell asleep there for a second. So Gary, I believe he actually was able to get around Hogan before the end of the stage. I'll double check that. Let's see. Yeah, so he passed Hogan on lap 81, and the stage was on lap 83. So Gary able to take the lead position, though Hogan, playoff driver, Gary is not. So still great points for the 96 car, more points than every other every other playoff driver. And again, he did win stage 1, so great spot for the 96 car there.
What a statement that, whoa, boy, look at the run that beautiful silver car had right there. I thought he was going to run right over that 33 car.
Yeah,
so right to the center of that corner.
This last stage here is 51 laps, final stage, about 45 laps left here. So really not too many laps left. Definitely we'll see what the strategy calls are, but should be seeing guys who elect to go down pit lane do so rather soon. I mean, I don't know what the fuel window is, so I definitely think it's a possibility for guys to stay out. Some guys might be hoping for a caution. We'll just have to wait and see. But our leader, Tyler Gary, last pitted on lap 65. So that would be pretty tough to stretch it that far. I think he's definitely gonna have to go in for fuel at one point.
Yeah, he's starting to gap Hogan right now a little bit because of those fresh tires. But again, everybody's going to have to pit again. So leading now is good for bonus points, things like that. Clean air, get to the end of the thing. But, you know, it's that last pit stop, especially if it's under green, a lot more pressure, a lot more things going on, a lot more things you can screw up, which can hurt you.
Yep, absolutely. And things are looking pretty calm, a lot more calm than we've seen so far. Definitely we're witnessing a lot of 3-wide action, 3x3 in some situations down the front stretch. But a lot of single file racing now, a lot of guys knowing that they might need to stretch their tires a little bit further to get into that fuel window. So things looking pretty calm here on lap 93.
Like that middle line is the fastest line to the corners, even though you get the momentum off that top line. Seems like a lot of guys are kind of adopting that middle line.
Yeah, I mean, as the race goes on, that bottom line gets real slick. You can get a lot of wheel spin on the exit if you try to stay on that bottom lane. So we'll see guys start to float up, maybe use that middle lane, straddle that first seam. Both are viable options here. So, I mean, again, we'll also see guys run the wall too. So definitely a lot of options as those tires start to go.
Take a look at who's up to 6th spot right now. Landwehr worked his way forward after earlier troubles.
Yep.
In front of him is Cooper, and then Avila. He's also worked his way back. He's chasing down Han right now.
Yes, sir. So we'll go through our biggest movers so far. Obviously, leader Tyler Gary started P17. So great. I mean, the race is going great for him. Obviously, sitting in the lead here, just trying to drive to his fuel window. Should see him come down, and I don't know if it'll just be a splash and go, 2 tires. We'll just have to see exactly what he decides to do. Boyd Hogan currently setting P2 after winning first stage and relinquishing the lead right before the end of the second stage. Daryl Hahn in P3, Johnny Avila in P4, Colby Cooper sitting P5. Nathaniel Landwehr, as we just mentioned, P6. Adam Gilly at 7th. Holden McGill, 8th. Jeff Chandler, 9th. Cody Porter in that 10th spot. As we see 31 touch the apron. Jeff Chandler getting loose, able to keep that car collected and not having a race ending incident there after a scary moment touching the apron. But you see the 18 car able to slide ahead there, maybe take advantage of that brief moment there between Porter and Chandler.
That would have killed an ordinary man. I love that paint scheme. I'll tell you what, Kevin Harvick, way back, I'm going to say, 2002, 3 maybe, he had a black and white GM Goodwrench car. It was the 29 car back then, and it was fairly plain, and it had the big black stripe. And man, I look at that car, and that's what that paint scheme reminds me of. Just one of my all-time favorites. That was back when I was working with the old 88 Henry Sarignano in the Pro Late Model Series.
You see Cody Porter here working on the back of Jeff Chandler. It's very brave for some of these guys to have actual pictures of themselves for us to see, but kind of wish he didn't there. But on the outside of Chandler, might be able to get the pass done into one. Yep, he does clear the 31 running this second lane up. He's going to have great momentum down the backstretch now. So clean pass from Porter. That puts him in the top 10 position, up a total of 10 spots from the start of this race.
See, Corey Porter had that picture on there for a reason.
Caution out. Caution is out. Our leader.
Oh, whoa.
Tyler Gary spun around on the front stretch. We'll go back and see what happened, but don't say he had another self spin. Say it so. Oh, he was trying to pit. Gary was trying to pit.
Oh, that transition, the second flying. Oh, man. That's a gut punch right there. That hurts.
You always want to practice green flag pit stops, but really it's just like you just don't get a ton of practice pitting under green after running for about 40-50 laps on those tires. So it can just really sneak up on you and cause a lot of issues. But we did see Boyd Hogan was able to make it down pit lane. Seeing coming back down pit lane here.
I hate to say that I was right, but it's not often that I am. But I believe I called that early in the race, before the race even started. That green flag pit stop.
Oh, look at that!
It's going to make a huge difference.
We had our pole sitter Austin Brooks do the same exact thing about a lap before it happened to Tyler Gary. I'm really just trying to make sense of exactly what Boyd Hogan did there. So I saw him. Let me watch this back. So Tyler Gary gets loose. See Boyd Hogan there go down pit lane. Don't see any black flags or anything like that. So does he go to his stall here?
He is from Canada.
No, he just rolls.
He get a penalty?
He just rolls through there. So.
Oh, you know what? I bet you he was rolling through when that caution came out. He was coming into pit when the caution came out, and he rolled through, so he didn't get penalized. That's probably what happened.
Man, but what horrible timing for our leaders. I mean, Gary obviously having the spin there, trying to get on pit lane, but Hogan definitely catching grabbing the short stick there on that caution. He is back to P21, so way back in this field now, and we have a new set of leaders. Johnny Avila will start in P2 above our leader Nathaniel Landwehr. All who have pitted on fresh tires should make it on fuel. So a lot of drama there with that caution coming out. We'll see how Hogan handles this restart here.
We have a whole new top 10.
Yep, I mean there are some familiar cars. Daryl Hahn, who's been up front most of the night.
Most of the night, yeah, he's been in the same spot.
But
Yeah,
really, yeah, I mean, you mentioned that a lot of these other guys have been just outside the top 5 most of the night, so it will be interesting to see how they dictate the pace of this race. Nathaniel Landwehr now going to have fresh air, clean air in that first spot if he can get a good restart here. Pace car is off, rolling into the restart zone for our restart here. Only a handful of laps left, about 31 laps left here in this third and final stage. Sorry, 30 laps left here. Great jump there on the inside by Landwehr, though. 63 of Johnny Avila still there on his quarter, just barely. See cars stacking up 3 wide behind, able to get sorted out. We'll stick with our leaders. Things seem to be tightening up between our top 2. Johnny Avila up 11 spots from the start of this race. See Landwehr float way up high there. That's going to allow Avila to try to cut down and close the distance on the front stretch tri-oval. And he does. He might be able to clear it even before turn 1, and he does. Slides up in front of Landwehr. Now our leader, Johnny Avila, 63 car, after a great restart, able to capture the lead here. Landwehr now having to deal with Daryl Hahn down the backstretch. Daryl Hahn looking underneath the 99. 99 going to try to make that middle lane work here. A little bit tight up into the wall, skimming the wall. That's going to drag him back quite a bit. Daryl Hahn now pass, as well as Colby Cooper.
Colby Cooper. Not sure if he's a midget driver or not. That name sounds so familiar. I don't know if it's. I know it's not just from the league. I don't know why, but it's just ringing a bell right now for some reason. Not quite sure, but look at this battle we have out front right now.
Yep, up front, stringing out just a bit. Johnny Avila enjoying about a 2/10 lead over our second position car, Colby Cooper. But further back, we're seeing a lot of that pack racing that we saw earlier. Hard battle for P7 and P6 here.
What a great battle this is turning out to be. Not many yellow flags, just enough for these guys to make it adventurous. We've had green flag stops, well, partially. Now we're getting ready for a battle at the end of this thing. Almost 25, a little more than 25 laps to go.
Yep, you see Charles Graham Jr. rolling that outside. He can be outside of Cody Porter on the exit of 4. Tons of speed by the 52 car from running that outside line. He's going to be able to take the position away from Cody Porter here. He's able to run another clean outside turn here through 1 and 2.
Look at the momentum he has. Just closing in on that car in front of him.
We'll check the back here. You know, as I mentioned, Boyd Hogan got screwed over by that caution. About sitting P17 now, restarted P21. So up a handful of spots already, though a lot of ground to cover left for that 96.
Not quite sure how he's going to manage to bounce back from that. Kind of late in the race, just absolutely bad luck. The one guy who could capitalize big time on the whole points thing is that man in second place, the 71 of Cooper. Even if he just stays where he is, just a huge, huge points night for him. Same thing with Chandler back in 8th spot. And then you have Dude Love in the 51. He's rounding out our 10th spot. Those are your top 3 championship runners right now.
Johnny Avila still holding on to the lead, about 3/10 in front of Colby Cooper. We'll kind of search through the field here. Jeff Chandler, Nathaniel Landwehr side by side. Chandler able to make the pass into one. Got a lot of guys running the high line here, trying to just get out of that stalled bottom lane. And yes, they're stressing the tires, definitely putting a lot of heat into those tires, but only like how many laps? Got like 21 laps here.
21 laps, yeah. I absolutely love that Texaco Ernie Irvin throwback right there. And on the inside of him, in that Fanatec car, the 82 of Bruno had trouble earlier in the race, fought his way back in that Fanatec car. And look at this,
Boyd
three
Hogan taking
wide
it 3
on the back
wide.
straightaway.
Yep, 3 wide down through 3 and 4. Hogan trying to charge his way back to the top 10 here, and he's going to clear both of those cars down the front stretch. With that said, though, Tyler Seville putting up a good fight against the 96, running the bottom line here, though. It looks like Boyd's going to have a lot of speed off the exit of 2, and he should be able to clear Tyler up down the backstretch. So Boyd up to P12 now, doing his best to get back up to the front. See behind him, Bataska caught in a 3 wide battle there too. Bataska hasn't had the same speed that he had earlier in this race since that damage to the front of his car. So unfortunate break for Bataska there.
Trying hard to work his way back up. He's up to 11th position now, but don't know how much time he has to finish the job tonight. Getting closer, but he has a lot of fast cars in front of him.
Yeah, you see Grant Jr. just have that little bit of a wiggle on the exit of 4. It just shows these guys are right on the edge, getting everything they can out of these race cars with just a handful of laps left here. But things up front still pretty tight here, though. Looks like Avila just running a little bit of a better pace than the 2 cars behind him. Obviously, I'm sure Dirty Air has a hand in that, but 71 of Colby Cooper and Daryl Hahn are going to have to start making some sort of move to get closer to our leader here. You see Daryl Hahn running that middle lane to try to get some fresh air on that nose.
Yeah. Once again, that middle lane. Did you see the speed he had coming off that corner?
Yeah.
Gets behind that 71 car, and it's almost if it just dies out like it has that bubble that we've talked about. Now you're seeing these cars work together in the back, and they're starting to close in on that 83 car of Avila.
Yeah, top 3 pretty far away from about almost a second and a half from the 4th spot. You see Daryl Hahn look underneath Colby Cooper here. He's going to try to drag race him down the backstretch.
Colby Cooper just washed up a little bit. Looked like his car got tight off the exit of the corner, and that's going to allow Hahn to come down on the inside.
Side by side through the front stretch trial here. Still side by side. Daryl Hahn cutting down, trying to decrease that distance down the front stretch. He should be able to clear Colby Cooper here on the exit of 2, though. Looks like Cooper's going to have a lot of speed here on the exit, and not quite able to keep his position, though. He's going for the crossover here through 3 and 4.
And the guy who's loving this is Avila, because Avila does not want these cars to get front to back, because I think Hahn is a little bit faster than Avila is. So now that 8 is clear, let's see if he can catch Avila. But Avila was able to spread it out just a tiny bit from these 2 cars as they were battling side by side. But now he's going to be watching his mirror a lot more. And when you do that, you start watching that mirror, you're not watching the track. That's when you start missing marks on the track, start scooting yourself up the track, and those other cars are going to gain right up on him. However, as I'm talking about it, Avila is stretching it out about a 1/10 of a second faster that lap than the lap before.
Yep, Avila and Hahn basically running identical lap times that time by. Hahn's going to have to get a little bit more pace out of that 8 car if he wants to get back to the 63 and try to put a pass on him. 14 laps to go now here at Kansas, so time is ticking away for these top three. Colby Cooper is fading a bit now from Hahn, so after Hahn was able to make the pass on him, he is starting to drop back just a bit. Cody Porter doing his best here to stay in the top 5, working underneath Jeff Chandler here down the backstretch, side by side drag race to the turn 3.
And look who's watching that battle behind them. The 96 of Boyd Hogan. He's starting to creep up. One car getting loose there, up into the wall.
That was Charles Grant Jr. got loose, tagged the outside wall. He's slowed way down now. A lot of lost momentum for the 52.
That allowed Boyd Hogan to catch up even closer now. He's going to start battling for 7th place.
Yeah, he, I mean, I'm sure he's praying for a caution in that 96, just something to get this field re-racked. He's made a lot of progress trying to get back up to the front of this thing, but he definitely needs a caution to try to complete this this comeback here.
Love watching these cars battle at this track. This is one of my favorite tracks, believe it or not. I know a lot of guys complain about it, but I do pretty well here. But look at this top 3 right now that we see running in the points battle. Cooper on top, Chandler, and then Hogan has battled his way up, and so hasn't Pataska now. Pataska moved his way up into the top 10. Now you're seeing Hogan. He's gotten past Grant, and he's moved up into 7th behind Chandler. And Hogan is right there on Chandler, only about 1/10 of a second, if that now. There's your battle there, the 96 and that gorgeous 31 car going at it. And Hogan's just has that little extra speed.
That time by 9 laps to go now. Looks like Hogan's has elected to just run this outside lane and get the most speed out of the car he can. Back up, almost cracking into the top 5 now. Just Cody Porter to get around before he gets back up there. But Johnny Avila still enjoying about 3/10 lead. And keeping my eye on their last laps, and it looks like they're, I mean, really, they're just trading laps back and forth. That time by actually Daryl Hahn was 2/10 faster than our leader, so hopefully he can continue that trend and close his gap here before he runs out of time.
Watching these times going through the field to see who's running faster or slower. Real tough break for the guy in that 12 position. He was running really well earlier, Landwehr, and, we talked about him earlier. Now he's kind of dropping towards the end of the field. He had such a good run, had himself in great position. Just that tire where it got him towards the end. But right now we have 7 laps to go. Avila, Hahn, and Gallant, who has come out of nowhere to come take that 3rd position right now.
Yep, Gilead working around the outside of Colby Cooper. Colby Cooper had a great start to this last restart here, but since then he's faded back a little bit after being passed by Daryl Hahn. But Gilead now on podium, up 14 spots from the start of this race, so great drive by the 33. A lot to be proud of, a lot of fast cars, good competitors here. So to be podium here tonight, really, really great drive by that guy. Looking back up at our lead battle here, has slowed up a bit. Hahn has slowed up a bit, about 5/10 now behind Avila. So, I mean, I just know like he did close the gap a bit, and then I'm sure he started feeling that dirty air, and it's just extremely hard to deal with there without any sort of mistake being made by the leader.
Yeah, but he better watch out, or else he's going to have that 33 right in his rear view mirror. Yep. So he's got to keep his distance just enough, but time's running out right now. 4 laps to go now for Avila in that 63 car. And Avila is one of those guys that's been snake bit the last couple of weeks.
Caution's out.
Oh, no.
Caution
announces
is out.
first. Man.
Oh,
Well,
man.
not my Hooter.
Everybody buckle up. This is going to be a crazy finish.
Oh, man.
I believe the caution came out because of an issue further back in the field. What happened with that?
Did somebody's system shut down again?
Oh man,
He goes up.
this has controversy written
It's
all
like
over it. You see the 6-car damage? I don't know. Man, but the 19 car, Stephen Wood, getting absolutely decimated there.
did we miss something? Was that payback or
I just don't know.
wow.
Want to say maybe the 6-car tagged the wall too hard and no, I mean, let's see. Oh yeah, you know what? Oh yeah, 6-car got hard into the wall. Does not look like he has control of his race car.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to limp this thing around and just
Oh yeah, he's got that wheel cranked.
Man. I tell you
yeah.
what, though, that is a seriously unfortunate caution for Johnny Avila. Obviously, basically the entire field coming down pit lane. We did have one guy stay out, Caleb Begg in the 72 car, last pitted on lap 101. So 72 car is rolling the dice here, staying out, will be our leader. And Boyd Hogan will be coming out P2. I believe he made a 2-tire stop. It looks like it's just that 39-second pit stop for Boyd Hogan. I think the average for 4-tire stop is around 41 seconds. So
wow. Wow. That was unexpected.
Let me just confirm that. Let's see.
Chandler and Cooper kind of they ended up in almost the same spot.
So this is Boyd Hogan on pit lane. Yeah, just right sides for the 96. That puts him into the second spot. And I believe Jeff Chandler also just taking 2 tires there. Oof, man. So we got all top 4 cars, playoff drivers here. Next car, Dallas Pataska in the 7th spot. Great job by Pataska to work his way back up after a couple bad breaks for him. Very much in the mix of things coming to the end of this race.
Incredible pit strategy going on tonight.
And I believe this is gonna be a green-white checker.
Make things even better for us tonight.
Yep, so this will be a green-white checker. Pace car lights are off. Again, Caleb Begg on old tires starting in the lead. We saw on the green flag drop, the leader did get loose and spin around. So definitely something these guys are watching out for. Pace car turning off, waiting on Caleb Begg to get us restarted here.
Chandler needs to be
Green
on the
flag
ball
in the
here.
air. Begg does get a little bit loose. Drivers up on their wheels here. Boyd Hogan getting a good jump. You should have cars spinning behind. 31 car going around. Cars trying to get their way around. Still have guys wrecking through turns 1 and 2, but mostly keeping it clean after that initial spin. We'll re-rack and do it all over again here.
Saw that one coming. I said that 31 car needs to get a good jump because the guys behind him are going to be hard on the throttle. They want to I was hoping to see him get a better jump and be closer to Boyd Hogan. So that way the cars behind him can bump draft him right up and they can all clear that slower car. And he just didn't get the jump. And the cars behind him just got him a little too much.
Yep, 31 center of your screen there. Second car on the outside lane. It looks like he
See
missed
the
a
guys behind
shift.
him bump drafting him?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yep.
We'll go on board with Chandler here. Don't want to lie about him missing a shift, but see him get rolling pretty well here. No, it doesn't miss the shift. Yep, exactly right, Bill. The guys behind him just working together and do get to his left rear. They are causing him to go around on the front stretch.
Man, that's like getting a sexy pic from your girlfriend that your wife finds. Turns sideways and everything burns down. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Let's try this again. 7th caution of the race. 7th caution with all these cars that started this race. Thomas, you and I aren't used to this.
Yeah, definitely a lot of guys left here. Just want to take a look to see if there's any other damage cars that might have missed. Obviously 31 gets spun there. Keep an eye on the pack here. Dale Hahn getting around successfully. Do have contact between 57 and 00 entering turn 1 there, but I believe for the most part it was just
Holy
it was just
that was cool.
that initial spin. See Stephen Wood. Stephen Wood was the victim of that last caution we saw, starting up all this green-white checkered madness. So he is a lap down. Jeff Chandler also going a lap down here.
Lap 138. Man, Begg in that 72. Hogan, Cooper, Avila, Porter. Avila, who had such a great run. Kind of tough to see him back in that 4th spot right now. Although that could be good for him if he can, like I said, if he can work with Hogan. Those two cars have fresher tires than the 72. But the 72, I believe. Nope, maybe I stand corrected. Nope. Getting my cars confused here.
72 just has to get to that white flag and then something might happen, but definitely does not have the pace with those older tires to defend the lead much more than that. I mean, even that would be an extremely impressive feat by him. Pace car is off, rolling to the restarts, and green flag back in the air. Better jump by Caleb Begg this time. Less tire spin, but side by side behind him, Colby Cooper, Boyd Hogan, trying to get it organized before turn 1 here. Heading into turn 1, 2 by 2 for much through the field. We're still green, so that's a good sign for the cars who went down pit lane, got fresh tires. Colby Cooper able to take the 2nd position away from Boyd Hogan here. Boyd Hogan gonna try to make that middle lane work. Begg extremely slow on the exit, hard into the wall.
No.
Hard impact for Begg. We're still green. Oh, caution comes out. Caution. No, white flag. White flag in the air. This is official. So we're racing back to the line here. Boyd Hogan, our current leader, Colby Cooper, falling back a bit. So Boyd Hogan, if he can just keep that car pointed straight, he will be the winner tonight. Exiting forward, coming back through the tri-oval. Boyd Hogan gonna win tonight here at Kansas after a very climactic end to that race. Caleb Begg just
Yeah,
got loose on the exit of four, hard impact to the outside wall, stalling a
and
lot of the field.
look who was else involved in that wreck.
Was it? I'm not looking, but what, Pataska?
Dallas
Oh
Pataska.
man, what an end to that race! Definitely, really had it all. Caleb Begg trying to make the gamble there, staying out, just overdrives the car, gets a little bit loose, but man, oof,
Wow, that was crazy finish. That was crazy finish. I do like how they allowed them to finish the race.
yeah. I saw a
I
flash of
like that.
yellow, so I thought the caution came out, but
Yeah,
uh,
it was it was just so close to call,
yeah,
and at that point, you know what? Just let them go and race, and I like that. So it's kinda like a no nonsense, common sense league, so that's why I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the no stage cautions, and, I love that maneuver there. Some guys may not like it, but I certainly did. And a guy who kinda survived everything tonight, the '04, Cody Porter. Look at him up in 3rd spot, also behind him, Gilliatt. He kinda was in the midst of a lot of the mess back in the pack, but he somehow survived, and so did the double zero of Larson. Great run for both of those guys.
yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
We'll go back and take a look at that last hard impact into the outside wall there, but just taking a look, Boyd Hogan burning it down, down the front stretch there, cutting some grass for the Kansas grass team. I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
how to.
why is he trying to manipulate in front spoiler?
He's trying to add weight to that car. Yeah, get all that underbody muddied up. All right, let's go back and take a look. Where is it here? So you want pause. Big is the guy we want to watch here.
Yeah,
Oh man,
he drives that thing in real deep, goes up the track, and the 72 helps him a little bit.
yeah, he just stalls mid corner. 71 has a ton more
Yeah,
speed than him. But 72 tries to
it's to
keep it
stay
down
off
and
of him.
just come into the white. 71 is not going to lift there, obviously. But man, Dallas Mataska right there to collect bag. And looks like the 63 also got loose there, just with the action going on around him, causing another hiccup.
Man. Oh, wow.
All sorts of
Oh,
damage.
fantastic.
Guys are
Woo!
still wrecking there, coming through turn one, and I mean, this is when we were white flag racing back to the line. There was a battle for P2. Colby Cooper, Cody Porter battling hard for P2 there. Adam Gilliatt sitting comfortably in P4.
Oh,
Oh,
man, he just gets
oh man.
now watch this hit. Where is it? Oh, no, it was just before that. Yeah. Oh, thank God it's IRacing.
Yeah.
That was a hard hit right there, man. When your hood blows up like that, that's a hard hit.
Yeah. Yeah. We
The
just,
best thing that happened to him the best thing that happened to him was Pataska rear-ended him, and then that car comes in and boots him again and gives him the momentum to head down the wall to finish the race.
yeah, you see the
The
51.
63 car of Vila just misses that. Oh, a couple of these guys had some really good runs, and it got just blown apart in this last wreck, and their finish is not gonna be indicative of how they raced, so Kind of sad.
Yeah.
I do love that 28 car Ernie Irvin throwback. Must admit.
Let's go back and watch Casey Tucker's work his way through this. So you see all the smoke, all the cars spinning, absolute carnage through the tri-oval. Tucker sees the gap and gets about 10 positions there in a matter of front stretch in turns 1 and 2.
Uh,
Gets himself a top 10 finish, P8. Man,
and he probably
he gets
just
a
opened
pass on
his
the
eyes right
backstretch here
here.
too on Daryl Hahn.
Yeah, he can't believe he didn't hit anybody in that. What a great job.
All right, so we will have our post-race interviews here in just a second. Um,
Yeah, Boyd Logan steals that one.
yeah, great drive by Hogan. We saw him get passed by Daryl Hahn there before that caution came out towards the end of the race. Um, and we knew he was going to have to make some sort of play to get back, or probably needed a caution to get back up to the lead. But yeah, great drive by him, and great drive by Cooper and Porter there too. They were battling hard all night, especially Cody Porter. So let's get him into the booth here. Let's see, Mr. Porter in the booth. You got us.
Yes, sir.
Hey, apologies for the wait. We had a lot to go over there. That was a very climactic end to that race. But we'll mention, all race we saw you hard, battling hard, mid pack and further up, like 3 wide, even 4 wide at times. And to end up P3, we were just saying, like, great drive by you tonight to get up P3. Obviously, might have had a little help there at the end, but uh, great job by you. How did the car feel? And walk us through that last white flag lap there.
Car felt great if I was a better driver. I had put 0 laps on it before the session. I think I joined 5 minutes before qualifying. I was doing other things than what I should have been doing, which was practicing for this. Um, car felt good once I put about 100 laps of practice into it, which
Uh
was the race itself. After that, it felt good. I think the rest of the guys were pretty quick. They were really running up front for more of it than I was. But once I got the hang of it, I felt better.
huh.
There's a lot of attrition. People were wrecking, spinning out. Even in the pit road, I saw a few times.
Yeah.
Uh, and then the green white checkered was 2 of them, 3 of them, whatever it was.
Mm.
Crap, that was something else. Um, I think I might have wrecked Jeff by accident, pushing Adam into a spot he probably shouldn't have fit. But sorry about that. But we were trying to go and I'm trying to get up to the front.
Oh yeah, so we saw you pushing the 33 Adam Gilead there, and the 31 just was not hooked up with you guys. So that was what caused that caution there on that first green white checkered attempt. But coming to the white, no one's going to be lifting. Everyone's eyes ahead, elbows up. So
You
I
gotta
mean,
go. You
I'll
gotta go.
I'll
I
leave
actually
that to you guys to
called
get sorted out though. Yeah, Bill, go ahead.
it. Yeah, no, I was saying that was one of the things I actually called. I said that 31 car has got to have a good start here, or else it's gonna get run over, and
Mhm.
that's what happened. Those cars at the end of the race like that, you've gotta be on it, and you've gotta work with the guys behind you, and he just didn't get a good start, and the train just came around. But I will say this, congratulations on a survival game tonight, and, you had a hell of a run, and you know what? I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh,
Congratulations.
absolutely. It was about survival more than it was raw pace tonight for sure.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, we saw a lot of great driving, great green flag racing. How was the field? Was everyone? It looked like everyone for the most part was being respectful, and just a lot of talent, a lot of Class A driving. How was the field out there?
Yeah, I think it was respectful. I mean, there's a few close calls. The cars did not want to handle great later in the run. That was very on edge.
Uh
So there's a few times if you got close to someone's bumper, like goodness, they got loose, and if you did not check them in time, you're going to run them over just straight up.
Yeah.
I know there's a few times I think I got into, maybe it was Adam. I can't remember who it was because I got too close and they got loose. I was like, oh goodness, we're going to wreck. But fortunately, they saved it and we went on about our day. But
Yep.
it's tough out there for sure.
Yeah, we could see the dirty air effects all over the track, high side, low side, guys just trying to find clean air and grip at the same time. But yeah, what a race by everyone, and what a race by you to come home on the podium tonight. Any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
Shout out to the league for putting this on. It's a ton of fun. I'm glad we have a bigger field than we normally do. Like this is awesome. A ton of fun racing throughout the whole field, front to back. Everyone is honestly pretty equal skill.
Yep.
Shout out Aller Speedco for building me a baller setup so I can show up 5 minutes before the qualifying and just hop in and go. Shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Yeah,
Y'all awesome, do awesome job, and I can't wait to watch it back like always.
absolutely, man. Well, we'll see you. What do we got next week, Bill? Where are we?
I think it's the Roval, right?
Oh, Roval, that's
Yeah.
right. Ooh, some road course racing. How you feeling about that?
I might end up turn one into the barriers, so it might be an early race for me. We'll see.
But I think it's a new layout too. So hopefully everyone knows about that, and we'll put at least a couple laps in before the green flag drops. But great drive tonight, man. You have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you next week at the Roval.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
That was Cody Porter, driver of the 04 car, coming home P3 tonight. Definitely climactic end to that race, but good job by him battling all night, battling hard all night to
With a
ultimately
clean
come.
car, I might add.
Yeah, clean car. Couple dead bugs on the hood, but other than that, no structural damage. And a great drive by him. Next up, Colby Cooper, driver of the 71 car. We were calling his name a lot tonight. Saw him battling hard up front, and ultimately able to come P2 tonight. We'll get him here in the broadcast booth for a quick word. Mr. Cooper in booth, you got us?
Loud and clear.
Hey, man, so great job coming home P2 tonight. We'll go back and take a look at your white flag there. Definitely a climactic end to that race. How did the car feel, and what was your race like? Walk us through your race.
Well, overall, it's probably the best I felt driving one of these cars. I'm not really a next-gen guy. I do trucks, but that was probably the best feeling I've had all year.
Yeah, I mean,
And
like pretty much calling this whole race, we could see the dirty air. Like it was very obvious the guy in first position had the advantage once the second place car got about 2/10, 3/10 behind the leader. Was the dirty air definitely something that you had to contend with and figure out?
Yeah, it was definitely something we had to handle with.
Mm-hmm.
Just get stuck behind someone in that air just started to make me the plow tight.
Yeah, so we have on the screen, I mean, Caleb Begg, he made a roll of the dice there. He was on about 30 lap old tires, just did not have the middle of the corner speed, and we saw you just launch off that corner. Really had nowhere to go but into his left rear there. Were you like just, obviously you knew he was on old tires, were you just like super scared of him getting loose, or how were you handling that?
I was on right sides there, and I knew he was going to be a little slower staying out, and I just gassed it up just a little too early in the center of the corner, and I was heading right for his left rear. I tried to get out of it, but it just was too late. And I just feel really bad about getting into him.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I think, Thomas, you said it. He just went into that corner, and his car really just stalled out really rapidly. So, it looks bad, but it really was one of those racing incidents.
Yeah, coming to white flag, definitely not going to be lifting there, because I mean, if you do, you're basically creating the same situation for the guys behind you trying to get through that corner on fresher tires. But yeah, you and Boyd, I think, were the only. I mean, there might have been a couple more guys, but you guys did right sides only there, but I mean, it looks like the 96 car just got the adjustments in. I was able to launch off there. Um, anything you want to add to us? I mean, so you mentioned the dirty air being problematic, but we saw a lot of guys get loose just having cars behind them. Was the dirty air on the rear too?
It might have been for some people. Since I'm still new, still trying to learn this car, I drive it a lot off the right front. Just makes the tire wear worse, and the dirty air just makes that right front do horrible things.
Yep. Yeah, I hear you. Is this so this is your first race here at 5 Star?
I think I've been here since I think about June or July.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is our second race, so we're calling here, so we're still trying to learn all the regulars and who the new guys are. But yeah, great drive tonight, man. Good job coming home. P2 should be very proud of yourself. Any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
Well, thanks to you guys for putting on the streams. They're really great.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the league for hosting us all, and big shout out to Outlier Speed Co. for making these great setups. I'd probably be dead last if it wasn't for them.
Hey, yeah, no problem at all. Always a pleasure to call these races. A lot of talent out here, so a lot of great battles. Love the NASA car, by the way. Very cool scheme there.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. How are you feeling about the Roval next week?
Ooh, I don't know. I might not make it very far.
It is a new layout too, so there might be a lot of carnage for guys who might not know that until race day. But
The goal would just be to survive.
all right, man. We'll let you go. Have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you next week at the Roval.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep, not a problem. That was Colby Cooper, driver of the 71 car. Again, he was caught up in a lot of the action tonight up front. Definitely had a really fast race car there, just not quite able to get hold off Boyd Hogan there right at the end, but great performance by him. Next up, our winner of the evening, Boyd Hogan. He needed a caution, got a caution, and then finished it off with a great finish on those pair of green-white checkers. We'll have him in the booth here in just a second. Mr. Hogan, you're in booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, so definitely crazy finish to that race. Ultimately, you came out on top with about 6 laps left. You got that caution you needed. I mean, the last caution before that, you really got screwed. What happened through there? Because we saw you roll down pit lane after Gary missed the entrance. What was going on with that?
Yeah, I got as soon as the yellow came out just before I was crossing the line, but I was already committed. You can't just there's not even enough time to stop.
Yeah.
So, black flagged for entering closed pit, EOL.
Yeah.
So I just rolled through, so I didn't go a lap down there. Came down, put 4 on it, and restarted. I don't know, 23rd,
21st.
21st.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, I mean, didn't really want to see the yellow at the end. It kind of, I mean, it sucks what happened for sure. As far as mid race there, or coming to the pit cycle, but
Yeah.
you know, Johnny was fighting his ass off for it, and Daryl was having a good race, and I mean, I was happy running it out and finishing, I don't know, 6th or wherever it was gonna be. I didn't think I was even gonna get back there, so that was gonna be all right. But yeah.
Yeah, that late caution had a controversy written all over it, but hate to see that come out because after that with the green white checkers, you have the 72 car bag staying out on the 30 lap old tires. Really, just anything can happen. So, but ultimately for you, definitely worked out in your favor, and you were able to capitalize there on that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if seeing Caleb be the one staying out, I wasn't too worried about him being smart. It was more just everyone else kind of being aware. And I mean, Colby definitely tagged him a little bit. He said he kind of just got tight and was chasing it up the track, and eventually got Caleb. And I mean, Caleb's on old tires and got free. So I mean, that's just how it's gonna be. But I mean, it was looking like it was gonna be okay for him at first, and yeah,
Yep.
it's a hell of a finish. I mean, 3 wide for the lead again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
that's
think
2 in a row.
Beg definitely he waited way too long to get back on throttle there and just was super slow mid corner, causing Cooper to get up into his rear there. Wouldn't really put that on Cooper, more of a Caleb Beg issue there, not being aware of the car behind him. But ultimately, you're able to cut down and grab that lead from Cooper there down the front stretch here and just drive away with it. Great finish, and that was definitely a great comeback by you. Obviously, had a couple lucky breaks, but I mean, you also had a lot of unlucky breaks there too. So, great race. Any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
Dallas Pataska, everybody at Legacy, just for obviously helping out on the cars every week. I mean, felt like we had the best car tonight. I think we led the most laps, so check that one off.
Mhm.
Got the fastest lap, so that's good. That's another point. And yeah, so I mean, I think the right car won. It's just not really the situation that you want to get it in. Um, but Reaper Speed Lab, um, got some good stuff going over there as far as the setup. So check that stuff out. Y'all for putting on the show.
Sure.
Bill, glad to have your voice back. That's beautiful. Thomas, I appreciate the work you've been putting in for this. Just trying to get everything off the ground. So I really appreciate all of that and you guys taking the time out of your day to do this. And I hope the racing's been good. Obviously, still got some stuff to clean up out of some of these guys, but I mean, for the most
Well,
part, I'm real happy with where everything's at. So
Yeah, I
be
mean,
happy with tonight. 'Cause it was a great race tonight, and talk about numbers. I
mhm.
mean, you had 30 plus cars start tonight.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yep,
I didn't really see it being 30. That was a little bit of a surprise, but then also, I mean, I think what do we have 5, 6 yellows. I mean, that's just dudes going to war. So that was
yeah.
awesome. I mean,
There
I had a blast.
was great racing all throughout the pack, mid pack. We were trying to keep an eye on the leaders because there was some drama going on up there, but we just couldn't look away from that middle pack, three wide, uh, 3x3 situations. But for as much as close racing as we got and three wide action, there was, I mean, there was only 5 cautions, so. Um,
Yeah.
Great race.
Yeah.
Bill, sorry, anything you got for Boyd before we head out?
No, man, it's just we've only done a couple of races. I can't wait so we get everybody's names down, and we're getting there. But the racing tonight was great. It was unbelievable. Awesome race tonight from everybody.
Yep,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
I think we got we got the Roval up next too, so
Oh
that'll be interesting.
shit. Yeah, new layout too, I think. So
Yeah,
that'll be very interesting for sure. But we'll let you
yeah.
go, Mr. Hogan. You have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you next week at the Roval.
You guys as well.
That was our winner, Boyd Hogan, driver of the 96 car Reaper Speed Lab car. Great job by him to bounce back in a big way and get the win tonight. As he mentioned, he did have that black flag given to him after Tyler Geary spun trying to get down pit lane. Just a really unlucky break for him. He won stage one, runner up for stage two, almost won stage two. Gave up the lead to Gary coming to the end of stage two there, but definitely I would say class of the field tonight. So definitely with all the dice rolls at the end, deserving winner tonight, Boyd Hogan. Bill, anything you want to add before we head out?
No, but, I just said it a few minutes ago. The quality of racing is unbelievable. Not many cautions, a lot of side by side racing. Next week, it's the Roval. So, just have some extra booze laying around. There's not going to be any full course cautions, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
it's the Roval. So we'll see how it works out with the new layout. See how these cars react to it, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Everybody in the Twitch chat who came out to watch the stream, thank you so much, everybody, for coming out and supporting 5-Star Cup Series. Be sure to follow the channel. We'll be back next week, same place, same time. bringing you some more next gen action from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Will be running the Roval. But thank you guys so much for coming out, and you guys have a good rest of your week. Thank you, Bill, also for helping me make the calls tonight. And we will see you guys next week.
Anytime. All right. See ya.